All right, this year's winner of the Collegiate Achievement Award is Keifer Sykes, a standout guard from UWGB. We've all heard the old saying, good things come from small packages. I try to use that one on my wife when I give her the diamond ring. See, you can barely see it there, but good things do come from small packages. Didn't work. But the same can be said of Keifer Sykes, only in his case, great things come from small packages. He's either 5'11" or 6 feet, depending on who's doing the measuring. Somebody might sneak a little bit up there, maybe, yeah, stretch him out, and I like it. But the guy has a 43-inch vertical leap. But if you watch the highlights the last 4 years, it's incredible. When you see sometimes he just goes towering up there, these monster dunks. Came to the Phoenix from Chicago, of course, left his mark all over the Green Bay program. 2-time Horizon League Player of the Year, 3 times. He was first team All-Horizon League, twice an AP Honorable Mention All-American. Incredible for a mid-major program. You know, they ought to name the Horizon League Player of the Week award after you. I think you got, what, 13 times in your career. Unbelievable. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be room for this trophy we've got for you there somewhere. You might have to add on to the room. We'll get that in just a minute. He was even invited to the slam dunk contest. Final four. Think about that for a minute, how cool that was. To be even 6 feet tall and invited to the slam dunk contest. Wasn't drafted on draft day, at this point, I'm sure. But he signed immediately with the Cleveland Cavaliers, got a taste of professional basketball, and has now since cast his lot with the San Antonio Spurs, the last of 18 teams in the NBA that worked him out prior to the draft. Former coach Brian Wardle, who's now at Bradley University, says Keifer's work ethic is special. Because a lot of guys talk about working hard, but he works hard on his weaknesses. A lot of guys, I'm a good shooter, I'll go shoot, this is fun. But whatever his weakness was, he'd go work on it. I didn't know he had a weakness, to be very candid with you, but he's sitting there, apparently there's one there, I didn't know where it was. He said he's a winner in the locker room and on the court. He's the type of player you need to elevate a program. Great role model. Says he's going to do something special. To that I say, Coach, he already has. Here to present Keifer Sykes for the Collegiate Achievement Award is former UWGB player and a mentor to Keifer, Cordero Barkley. Cordero, welcome.
Thank you, Bill. It is an honor to be here, be among so many great individuals and hear their stories and what drives them to be successful. I always love to hear what pushes people to that next level. As athletes and coaches, we always talk about how there's parallels between the real world and athletics. Lessons that can be learned, observations that can be made that push us to be better people. But sometimes, very rare occasions, sometimes there are star athletes whose real world parallels propel them within the athletic arena. Characteristics that are parentally and environmentally ingrained into that person. Characteristics like mental toughness, work ethic, perseverance, discipline, humbleness that will make Mr. Remmel smile, the ability to overcome adversity. Many times in the markets and metropolitan cities that some of us come from, there's always adversity. A will to make it. I think that's overstated. Just a will to make it, whatever it is, that dream, to chase it and pursue it. That determination and focus that it takes to, in certain cases like Mr. Pritchell and Mr. Sykes, right, to not go to that party. Let's go to the gym. I missed 2 shots. Let's focus in on that and get in and put in the work. The courage that bonds a family for generations, leadership, and that charisma and self-confidence that touches anyone that you come in touch with. You blend all those attributes together, those real-world attributes, and place them inside the structure of a basketball arena. Add some God-given ability, like quickness and intelligence, and Bill, I'm sorry to correct you, but it's a 45-inch vertical. and you have Keifer Sykes, a tremendous individual. I've had the opportunity over the last 4 years to mentor Keifer and offer some perspective on some of the real-world parallels that comes with success within your arena. And sometimes it leaves for me, this went from basketball to the business world. But he's going to have new adversity and new things that are presented to him. And the abilities and the attributes that he has will carry him through those without any issues at all. I firmly believe that. And as the case as it is many times when you're the mentor, you often become the mentee. You have the opportunity to learn from an individual and hear their story, and it impacts you and changes the way you think about things. And seeing him interact with this community and how he's pushed himself to become the person first and then the player that he is, definitely has had a tremendous impact on myself and my fiance. I first met Keifer's family his freshman year when they had the preseason. They were going through the crazy conditioning that we go through out at GB. And Coach Darner, I'm sure he has something to say about that. But we're going through the conditioning, and not me, but Keifer and the team. And his father was there, and his late father, Mr. James Sykes, was there. And just threw a little comment that we always throw out, right? The kid's a heck of a ball player. That's a safe one, right? And he's chimed back and goes, yeah, he's a special kid. He's not a man of many words, but that's what he threw back at me. I said, just agree with him. In retrospect, I took that as a basketball. He's special on the court because that's what I was talking about. But listening to him say it in the tone that he said it in, I don't think he was saying anything to me about the person that Keifer is on the court. It had everything to do with the man he was becoming off the court. A man that would make him, Mr. James Sykes and Lisa Sykes, very proud. Still making them proud. Yeah, I think he saw the characteristics of a person that was going to have the opportunity to be a leader within a D1 program, and have the opportunity to have an impact in the community, and have the opportunity to earn a college degree, which he has. So, with that being said, I firmly believe that he's absolutely maximized his athletic ability. I think we've all had a chance to see that. But I'm pleased, very pleased to have this honor to introduce a great son, a great father, a better brother, a great uncle, and most importantly, a great man. And that's Keifer Sykes.
All right, I don't know if it's too much that I can say, but I need to, man. But I just want to thank you all for having me here. First thing, I've been for 4 years, and it's definitely been 4 of the greatest years of my life. Coming to Green Bay from Chicago, it was very different. First thing I want to clear is that even though I'm from Chicago, being here in Green Bay, I quickly became a Packers fan. I'm not just saying that to be old, but a lot of the loyalty, the support, and just the support system that I saw when I first got down here, it kind of converted me, because I'm one of the type of guys that's, off the surface. I don't just look at things on the surface and go with it. So with that being said, Green Bay, I don't even know where to start. I just want to thank all the people that helped me get to this point. First of all, they helped me get a college degree. First of all, Coach Brian Warner offered me the opportunity to come play basketball for Green Bay on a full-ride scholarship. I don't know how much he knew that meant to me and my family, to get a chance to go to college, me being the first male in my family to go to a university, and for me being the first male in my family to get a college degree that does wonders for my family. It took a lot off our stress load for financially, and the things that it's just done for all the people in Chicago and the people in Green Bay. But when I come up here, I didn't really want to talk about myself. I want to talk about all the people that helped me get to this point. Like I said, the support system of Green Bay kind of took me as a culture shock, because it's not like that in Chicago. But for me, that's kind of one of the type of guys that I am, because all the awards that I got in college, all the player of the weeks, like you said, they should change the title to my name. But when I get awards, I kind of sit back and reflect on how did I get those awards. The people that are around me, my great friends like Joshua Humphrey, we both came in together from Chicago, but we wanted to, make our mark and make our stamp outside of basketball. We wanted to get our college degree, and Joshua Humphrey is up here working, and a guy like Cordero Barkley, who took me under his wing when I first stepped into Green Bay, and the first thing that I told him was, man, you're someone that I don't really see a lot of, someone with a college degree, and that was my biggest goal, was to get that so my family, my little brothers, my little sister, my mother, and my father could be proud of me. And when we sit here and speak about Lee, a guy where they talk a lot about him off the surface, outside of the things he did for football, the things that he did in the community, the way he just pumped up the Packers. It kind of reminds me of my dad. And I remember my dad is one of the most influential people that I've had in my life. And growing up, I was even lucky to have my dad in my life. And I remember my sophomore year, waking up and getting that call when I was down here in Green Bay that my father passed. That was the hardest thing that I could deal with. It was the hardest thing in my life. A guy that was there for me every step of the way. He was my personal support system. I really didn't have anyone else. And it was times where I went home. When I went home I remember when I went home that night and I got home, a lot of people at my house. I remember when we pulled up on the block and I couldn't do nothing but break down in tears and seeing my mom, my family cry. And, you know, I remember Coach Brian Water, he brought the whole basketball team up to come to my dad's funeral. But the hardest thing to do was to come back up to Green Bay, leave my family, leave my mom, leave my brothers, and leave my sister there. I felt like by themselves, and come back to play basketball when basketball wasn't really my main focus. A lot of people felt like basketball was, you know, my main focus, but basketball is just something I do. It's just a tool. And I never thought that I'd be in a position to be a professional basketball player. So I'm just taking it all as it comes. But to lose my dad, it was tough. And one of the biggest things I want to thank is all the people in Green Bay that helped me, because there were a lot of teams that wanted me to transfer, move closer to home. And with the statistic that I had, that could have been easily done. But with the loyalty from the Packers that I saw, and all the loyalty from the people here that helped me along the way, if it was anything from just giving me a meal, I was very appreciative of it. And I just want to thank you all for this award, and the city of Green Bay for helping me get over one of the hardest obstacles of my life. And I'll never forget that. So that's kind of what I want to leave you all with. So thank you all.
Congratulations to you. Best of luck to you going forward. You know, your daddy's looking down, he's mighty proud. And some special things are in your future. We wish you the very, very best of luck. On to tonight.